enough, but he's just not getting a chance. Now, will he get a chance in this frame? The frame that could put John Higgins into the semi-final. All to play for yet.
Cue the 24th frame. Judd trumps a break.
Judd breaks off in what he hopes won't be his last frame.
Thank you.
We don't need
no more shouting out, thank you.
It's all about timing. It's been played in a terrific spirit this match. We don't want them shouting out at this stage. I'd like the crowd to get involved, but it's all about timing when you make the call.
Just about got away with that. Judd gets more of a kiss on the blue than John Higgins. The red does go. Does the black? It's quite important if it does. It makes this pot a lot easier. He's hoping it goes. It's not a full pocket. That's quite tight. You'd be aiming for the far jaw. As we look from behind the pocket, that's effectively the middle of the pocket from.
No, he doesn't like it, Steve. Doesn't like it. He's going to play the safety shot. I don't blame him.
Well, I suppose being in the driving seat, he doesn't mind the black going safe. It's a hard one, isn't it?
I think he wanted the black and play the way he's been.
Yeah, I know, yeah. All the hallmarks as we look at the table. Being a hard-fought tactical frame. He's got a path back to Pork. I don't know if he can cut the red in, but certainly can play safe. Oh, caught that far too thin. Where's this red going on the bump? Well, you've got to say that Judd will be going fair enough. I'll settle for that. It's not the easiest of pots into the yellow pocket. But he hasn't got to do much with the cue ball.
One.
Could have been a brave shot to screw up for the black there. It's not going to be an easy break from here. Don't think the pink's available. Oh, he got another big bounce. Oh, that's rubbish. That's awful. You can't account for that.
6.
It's not really. He got a big bounce off the cushion. It's probably slightly changed the angle, and you can't say that the ball's ever going to end up in that position. It's the end of the break, more or less, I think. Very unlucky.
Yeah, because if he hadn't been able to see that red over the pocket with his cue power, he could have got to the blue.
Okay, perhaps he had a little bit too much speed on the cue ball off the cushion, but could have eased off the pace a fraction, but okay, so touching balls a little bit of a help. Good
Good
shot.
trump. 6.
Certainly seems to have John Higgins in all sorts of trouble here. What can the crafty Scotsman work out here? As he spotted, it's like a 4-ball plant. Not that he's playing it, but he's going to get back to balk as well. But where's the 4-ball plant coming? No, 3 balls in a line, but not 4. I thought for a minute they were lined up to hit the one over the corner. Good effort, but there's a tempter for Judd Trump into the right corner.
Well, the crowd really getting involved in this absorbing quarter-final match now as Judd cannons the blue, but it's far from an easy chance.
Wrong-sided on the blue. I think the pink's out of commission.
Had to play that with lots of right-hand side to get himself up towards the reds, and it hasn't finished absolutely
6.
perfect for Judd here.
He could have just rolled through and then played the red over the left corner, but he wasn't happy with guaranteeing position after that, so this is missable.
Well, he's had a look at the angle on the pink to see if it would go into the right middle pocket. We'll find out the way he plays the shot shortly.
It does go.
Oh,
well. Well,
7.
well, the way he played the shot for position on the pink. Oh, did he play it like that? Don't think so, but
no, it was a
No.
nervy one that.
perhaps it was a big pocket. Tense moments, as this is not an automatic frame-winning chance. He's got a lot of work to do with these balls to get them in nice positions. Pink's now tied up.
13.
Blue's the only ball that's really available at the moment. It's tough to keep getting back on that. He's usually very good judging the pace to get
40.
nasty on the blue, must be said. What a response this would be.
$90. $20.
Decided to go for a bulk colour. It looked like he could
Brownwell.
stay on the blue there.
Trundled
T4.
on perhaps a ball more than he wanted, but he can probably pull it away from these two reds.
Do you know, what he did
24.
there, the two reds you mentioned, Steve, he
Yeah.
didn't want to cannon them, and he took his eye off the pot. It's amazing.
Perhaps he just tried to play the shot a bit thicker to make sure he could get away from those two reds. 30 points. It's a lead, but not much of one. Where the balls are, it's worth a bit more than normal.
One.
He hit that thinner than he intended. That's why the white's gone way back up the table. That needs to pull up. He could be on absolutely nothing here.
4.
Let's have a look at John's face. Well, that tells you he's come too far. Amazing.
Yeah. Once again, maybe the cushion started to play a bit fast. Obviously, after the mid-session interval, the cloth is brushed and the nap on the cushions is brushed out. That helps to slow the cushions up a fraction, but after a few more frames, tends to get a bit more ragged. Chalk marks all over the place, finger marks.
Six hours and counting of an absorbing quarter-final match here. That's an awkward one he's looking at. If he tries the safety shot, he can get the double kiss.
I suppose he could play. He doesn't want to play the cue ball down into the balk area because then it's just an easy safety shot for Judd. In certain situations, you play to put the white ball on the balk line, but
where's that cue ball going? Where is the white going?
Foul.
Well, he thought
John Higgins
for an awful long time and then
Trump full.
produced that shot.
yeah, I'm sure there was a better shot than that.
So it's make your mind up time for Judd Trump. He's got an easy safety, which he looked at. Now he's looking at taking the red on, the one that's near the pink spot, as a shot to nothing if it goes in and he gets on a balk colour. But now he's back to looking at the safety.
Just depends if he can guarantee putting John Higgins in trouble. It's going to be tough, I think, but the speculative pot on the pink spot, the red on the pink spot, is an option, but you may lose the tactical advantage. It certainly have caused John Higgins headaches from that position.
Puff of the cheeks as he comes round, and he's looking at the potting angle of this red to cut it into the right corner. He'll cannon the other red and maybe come back up the table, but what a shot this would be. It's a thin one.
Wow. Oh. Where's the cue ball? It looks to be lined up for a pot.
That was a risky one. He doesn't take too many risky shots, John Higgins, but he didn't really fancy that cut.
Pressure.
Well, that's the crucible cauldron that's caused that.
Oh, it nearly dropped as well. It was on its way down, just the pace. Oh, that's not ideal.
It's getting tense out there.
I'm not sure how the pink spots, if he pots it, but this pink is tough. Didn't try to do anything with the cue ball. Now does this pink spot. It's critical. It really is. And it goes on the black. Wow, it's a body blow for Judd Trump, that is. It certainly gets John Higgins back in this frame, you would imagine. Still not a frame-winning chance, though. Great shot. Correct side of the blue. Marvellous.
So one good positional shot here. He's got a choice of reds. Stun up for the one near the pink. And if he's nicely on that, he'll play it. If not, he's got the one to the left. And it looks as if the pink's available. So quite a margin for error there.
Are those 3 reds on the side cushion going to save Judd Trump? John won't be looking at those just yet.
Twente. 21.
Now, can John Higgins work a bit more
27.
magic? How does he make this more of a formality than it looks? God, he played to get on the black. That's a great
28.
shot, because if he can pot this black, he does open up 2 more reds. There would have been a few players who would have balked at that way of playing it, but not John Higgins.
Wow. That wobbled a few times.
Well, it's 1 ball at a time. But he needs all 4 reds
35.
to win this match. Does he try and pot this red and knock the other red away from the cushion?
He played that shot, but he was hoping the white would come away from the cushion also. There's a little bit of pressure on this one, I can tell you. And he might snooker himself on that red. This white will go towards the corner pocket. Got to be careful. He snookered himself on that red. That was the problem with the cue ball finishing tight on the cushion there.
That's more or less unavoidable, wasn't it, Dennis? He couldn't risk
41.
playing in and out of balk. It looked like a plumb in-off half ball. But he's got his nose in front. He's got himself back into this frame. What's he doing here? He's taking it on. What a try!
John Higgins, 41.
What a brave shot that was.
He went for the throat, didn't he, there?
But it's gone awkward. Have we got another twist?
This is a tough red to take on. I don't like this. I really don't like this shot. I don't know what else he does, but... Oh, no. What a shot! Do you know what, Dennis? What a brave player he is. If he misses that, he gets criticised for taking it on.
Well, he's going to have to play another one as well, because the one behind the black is just as difficult.
He doesn't have to. He can always play the safety shot, but it's the way he plays.
He won't be playing safe, that's for sure.
He'd love to get perfectly on that red on the top cushion. Just a bit of angle. Obviously doesn't want to be straight.
7.
Looks to have a nice angle on the blue. Off the side cushion. Top spin, hopefully not a big bounce.
Anything but straight on this red. Oh, if it's straight, he'd have to pop the red and play the snooker behind the black. But there's a slight angle there, but if you force it, we know what can happen.
What a match. He doesn't play safe. He doesn't go the safe way, the easy pot and then the snooker behind the black. Plenty of players would have played that. But by playing that shot, he's more or less committed to go for the black. Otherwise, it's the wrong way of playing it. He's now got to go for the black, surely.
Well, it's not only the black. From that position to get onto the yellow is going to need some shot as well. So here we go.
The cue ball's going to go towards the brown if he pots it. Unless he pots it slow, this is tough. He's got to play it firm. What a shot. What a shot that was. An amazing effort from Jack Trump, it has to be said. Just needs to steady himself. This yellow's a lot easier than the black, but take a breath. Excellent. And he's got that cue ball out far enough that he could well have made this frame a formality now. Just to mind his work. What a match.
25.
The break maybe only 25, but you won't see any better.
Both players have been gladiators tonight. They've entertained the crucible royally. Just the blue. What a performance from Judd Trump.
24.
Deservedly, this match goes to a final frame. 12 all and everything to play for.